Okay, shall continue. The experiments of sentence comprehension, one of them, which is familiar in, quite famous in psycholinguistic discussion, is based on this sentence. Please read it carefully. Since J always runs a mile, seems a short distance to him. Okay, note the sentence. And is there anything strange, do you think, from the sentence? Or maybe you think there's something wrong in the sentence. No, it turns that most of the subjects of the experiment, yeah, claim that the art part or the strange part from the sentence is in the word seems, which they think is not appropriated is not appropriate, sorry, in this sentence. Well, but then when it was changed into, like, since J always runs a mile, this seemed a short distance to him, yeah, the sentence became more familiar. Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with the sentence in the upper part. Jadi sebetulnya tidak ada yang salah dengan kalimat ini. Akan tetapi penggunaannya secara struktural itu tidak lazim. It's not completely correct structurally in English. Itulah kenapa kemudian ketika kalimat seperti ini digunakan sebagai alat pengukur atau alat tes dalam language comprehension, ya, most of the subject think that this is not appropriate. Ya, kata seems di situ, what we call it in Indonesian, we call it ganjel. Ya, there's something wrong with that. Okay, and then what we can conclude from these experiments is that sentence structure influences comprehension time. Why? Because the result from the previous research that we discussed in the previous page, yeah, about J and the word seem, yeah, turns that when the second sentence was added, yeah, when the word this was added into the sentence, it turns out that the subject can easily understand the word. Why? Because they are familiar with that structure. Jadi ketika ditambahkan kata this tadi, ya, waktu untuk pemahamannya itu jadi lebih singkat, lebih efisien. Kesimpulannya apa? Kesimpulannya adalah sentence structure. Jadi struktur dari kalimat itu juga mempengaruhi comprehension time. Nah, itulah kenapa, ya, in writing, for example, you need to be careful in composing sentences because the way you compose the sentence is really crucial for the readers. Jadi kalau sentence structure-nya itu juga kacau, for example, it means that they need more time to comprehend. Kalau sentence-nya itu terlalu kacau, juga akan terlalu lama untuk bisa dimengerti in terms of English. However, in each language it has different tendency. Jadi kalau struktur kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris in academic writing, for example, you are suggested to use more complex and compound sentences. Kalimatnya panjang tidak apa-apa, tapi idenya itu di situ tersusun. And one of the most important part in a sentence, especially in complex or compound sentence, is the conjunction. Kenapa? Karena conjunction itu menunjukkan relasi dari antar clausa. Nah, and the second point of the conclusion is that meaning does influence the process of understanding. In understanding sentence, peran dari meaning itu lebih besar daripada peran yang didapatkan ketika lebih besar daripada peran yang diberikan ketika by meaning, oleh meaning, ketika memahami kata atau sound. Jadi in the bigger unit of language, di dalam sentence yang mana lebih besar daripada word and sounds, meaning itu peranannya jauh lebih besar daripada keduanya. Why? Because itu tadi, when you hear a sentence, and then you are told to repeat, for example, I give you a sentence once, then I tell you, please repeat the sentence, repeat after me. Most likely what you deliver to me is not completely as the same completely in the same words or structure that I gave you. Jadi ketika saya memberikan sebuah kalimat misalnya kepada Anda dan agak panjang misalnya, maka yang akan Anda berikan kepada saya ketika saya menyuruh Anda untuk mengulangi mungkin akan berbeda in the terms of word choice. Jadi pengolahan katanya mungkin akan berbeda. Itu kenapa? Karena comprehension is what we call it, specifically in the meaning part of the sentence. Jadi comprehension di dalam sebuah teks itu tergantung apakah Anda bisa mensarikan, merangkum apa yang ada di dalamnya atau tidak. We can call it content. The content is needed more than the shape. Contentnya itu jauh lebih penting daripada bentuk kata-katanya. Itu. And then seperti yang tadi itu, the experiment that used J and Jock, it's called curtain pathing. What is curtain pathing? Curtain path sentence is a grammatically correct sentence that starts in such a way that the reader most likely interpretation will be incorrect. Jadi ini untuk ngetes. Sebetulnya garden path itu digunakan kalimat yang ada di dalam garden path itu sebetulnya sudah benar. However, the reader is lured into the parts that turns out to be a dead end or yields a clearly unintended meaning. Jadi kalau dalam garden pathing justru yang diberikan itu bagaimana supaya the reader atau the listener itu memiliki interpretasi yang dalam tanda kutip itu disengaja untuk salah, seperti itu. Itu namanya garden. Kenapa dinamakan garden pathing, garden path? Garden path yang dimaksud di sini itu berhubungan dengan jalan di taman itu misalnya itu tidak akan straight langsung pada poinnya, tapi dibuat mungkin berputar. Ada yang dibuat dalam bentuk labyrinth, for example, ada yang tidak labyrinth tapi dia memang dipakai memutar seperti itu. Why? Karena di dalam sebuah taman itu tujuannya garden path itu bukan untuk menuju dari titik A ke titik B saja, tapi supaya orang itu bisa mengelilingi taman itu, supaya orang itu memiliki kesempatan untuk menikmati, for example, flowers in the garden, seperti itu. Itu yang dimaksud dengan garden pathing. Nah, and then the next is about the comprehension of text. Okay, if you have any difficulty before I continue, you may start to write down. Maybe if you want to ask something about the comprehension of sentence. If there's something you might not understand about what I have explained in the video. Okay, next. Now, in the previous subchapter, I say that understanding a sentence is way more complex than understanding words and understanding sounds. Now, in comprehension of text, of course, we will also have such kind of more complex process in understanding. Now, what is text? The text that we refer in this lecture, in the discussion, is that text as a unit above sentences. However,